Gozyuger is in full swing at the moment. It is probably one of the best Sentais that I've seen in a very long time. And it got me thinking that maybe they could pay homage to Power Rangers. Not like an entire episode or something like that, but generally maybe a few references all the way through the rest of the season, because that I think would be absolutely fantastic. And that is one thing that I would absolutely love. We have seen some little things pop up. The big one that I remember at least was one where they used the tire arms.
Rubber export!
That was taken from obviously RPM, and another one is the Battleizer from SPD, where they used in the Deca Ranger movie.
Battleizer! Mode 2 complete!
Battleizer mode on! デカレットバトライザー2つの力を1つに
And I know that they're probably going to have a power-up since we've seen the rings coming out. In case you've not seen, basically the Orca Blaster actually has the ability to use powered-up form. Some point when Haru actually uses the Orca Blaster, he's going to power up Deca Red, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's something that I cannot wait to see because, again, it was a Power Ranger reference, so I need to see it. I need to see it more. I think I would absolutely geek out when it comes to any sort of reference that they put in there. Something big, not something subtle. Maybe they turn around and use a different ring that actually brings out, say, Cosmic Fury Red. That would absolutely blow my mind because I think it would be one of the coolest things, and bring in a Ranger from another universe effectively, but kind of add that to the Super Sentai. And I can imagine a lot of people would be like, no, please don't. I would be all for it. I think it would be the coolest thing ever. But even if they didn't actually have the Rangers turn into, say, Cosmic Fury Red, I generally think just having it in the background fighting, we've got the movie coming up, so maybe we see it in the movie. We probably won't, but could you imagine that it's just there fighting just whatever bad guy? And I think that would be a really subtle reference, even if they look at it and go, you're not part of this, or I don't recognize you, and then they totally get rid of it, because we've seen it happen with, I think, the Akiba Rangers. That I think would be kind of cool, an unofficial Sentai or an official Power Ranger thing. It would be really cool. At least I would love it. I think a lot of people would, but I also know it would get a lot of hate at the same time. Now, I generally think that if Toei turned around and was like, hey, actually, we're going to take the Cosmic Fury suits, we're going to take all of them, add them to our collection and just kind of store them, or maybe they recreate it in their own way. I really don't think Cosmic Fury Red is going to turn up in Gozyuger whatsoever, but kind of thinking of just having a nod to other things that maybe Power Rangers has done that Sentai hasn't. Again, I talked about the Battleizer, but I know there's not a lot that Power Rangers has done outside of Super Sentai. If you know, please let me know down below in the comments. But I do kind of think that as much as people would hate that Power Rangers... Now, I know that Toei isn't going to bring in any more Power Ranger stuff. I know that for a fact. But I generally think it would be kind of cool. Power Rangers and Super Sentai go hand in hand, no matter how many people will complain about it. And I do think it's kind of important that Super Sentai does kind of acknowledge a little bit more of Power Rangers. And I know I'm going to get people saying, hell no, it should never do it. But kind of think about it. Without Super Sentai, Power Rangers wouldn't exist, and without Power Rangers, not many people would know Super Sentai. And I know that I've heard the whole thing, well, but I heard about it before, it's definitely come out. Yeah, I know. But majority of America at that time didn't know Zyuranger, didn't know anything like that whatsoever. So Power Rangers has had a huge hand in bringing new fans to this franchise that they absolutely love. definitely it needs to be kind of referenced. That's just in my opinion. It could be little things like the gozyugers are walking about, say, a studio or something, and then on the side of the building is maybe the Power Rangers lightning bolt or something like that. Maybe they put it on a weapon. Maybe they just see it in the background when they obviously go around Toei Studios quite a lot. It could be something that they look into, or even the AI company that obviously Haru's brother is a part of. They could do so much stuff to kind of just give little bit of hints, just little bit. Even if they just pick up a weapon or two, that I think would be absolutely fantastic. Or maybe, just maybe, they have the suits from the new reboot in there, like somewhere stored away that it's like a blink and you'll miss it type of moment. Or maybe the Rangers walk through a valley of water bottles, or there are a ton of water bottles in one area. That would mean, hey, Troy was here and he absolutely hates those bottles. Something like that I think would be really cool. Just a nice little nod to the fact that Power Rangers has reached its 30th and also coming to an end. Hell, there's probably been tons of Sentai in Power Rangers, and there has been over the years, like little references, like little photos or kind of nods or names, or one episode in Dino Thunder that talked about Super Sentai. No matter how you look at it, Power Rangers is a pop culture icon. It's so big that it's been around for such a long time. It's probably one of the longest running kids shows in America. Like, I don't think there's been another show that has kind of beaten it, or if it's along the way to it, but still, it is a huge part of pop culture and a lot of people's lives. I guarantee you, your friends watch Power Rangers like you did at the time, and they've probably moved past it. I do think that Super Sentai could reference Power Rangers, maybe just a little bit more. I think that would be kind of cool. I really wanted to make a video on this because I think it would just be really cool that Super Sentai did it with Gozyuger. Doesn't have to be something huge. You know, even if they go like, oh my god, we're calling in a Megazord, and everyone's like, what? Hang on, they're called giant robots. They're called mechs. I just think it'd be fantastic to see. Something a little bit of fun, something a little bit cheeky, tongue-in-cheek, like everything like that. I think it would just be absolutely perfect. Or maybe they shout out Tommy randomly, you know, or hey, there was a guy called Tommy, he was just here. I think it'd be kind of awesome. Like, it would be 100% cool. But what do you think about this? Would you like Super Sentai to reference Power Rangers a little bit more? Or are you like, okay, no, keep them completely separate? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss about this. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button, hit subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。